important year. And 2025 is one of those years where you want to thrive. Why do you want to do that? Why is that important? Now, when you add 2025, the number that comes up is 9.
Right.
Yeah. And guess what? We're sitting on 9th of January at 9 o'clock doing our goal setting. And that's why I lined this all together. I didn't want to do it earlier, after. I just wanted to do it on 9th. It perfectly was sitting in the schedule that we wanted to do. Like all the other workshops that we've done previously, somehow the stars have aligned and we've done it at the times that was best for us to do. Now, this workshop's going to be no different. It's going to be a great workshop. So let me just give you guys a little bit of housekeeping. Most of you are from our community, but some of you are new and some of you are joining after a while, right? So what we want to do is we want to take notes. We want to take notes. We want to play in full. We want to put our cameras up. So I can see a lot of you from the community and outside who put their cameras off. When you put your cameras off, what does it tells me? That you are not in the game 100%. That's what it tells me. What does it tell your mind? This is not important. I can chill, right? Don't do that to yourself. Let's start it with a bang. So back straight, sit at a position where you tell your body that what I'm about to do for the next 1.5 hours is important to me, is important to me. And that is why you are here. You guys are sitting here at what, 9 o'clock Melbourne time, 3:30 in the offices doing the thing. Might as well do it fully and get engaged fully. Everyone with me, give me a yes in the chat if we will do that. Because otherwise, there's no point of doing Vision 25. There's no point of doing that. So cameras up, make sure you've got a water and make sure you've got journals. Yeah, everybody has got that. Give me a thumbs up. You guys know it. 110%, 110%. So with this housekeeping, a little bit of housekeeping today, because it's not a very long session, I welcome you guys to Vision 2025. Now, I ran an earlier version of this in 2024. I'm not sure who all were there, but quite a lot of you were there last year as well. So Vision 2024 has got a massive upgrade. Guess how much I have learned in the last year? Any guesses? Heaps, stacks, and loads. And I've put that all in because I realized that this year, the one which just went, 2024, I was able to achieve a lot of my goals. I will speak about the goals that I did not achieve. I mean, I take full responsibility of that. But majority of my goals I achieved. I was able to go, I don't know on how many holidays, 3 international holidays, holidays in and outside Australia, a lot of them, do a lot of weekend getaways. I was able to create that freedom for myself. And when I was looking back and writing this workshop and also working on my vision for this year, I realized how much had I achieved. And I usually make it a point to add on my learnings, give them to you so you guys can take that forward in your life as well. We know that. I will not hold anything back. You guys ask any questions, I will answer them. Although the questions have to be answered at the end or asked at the end of the workshop. And I respect everybody's questions. You guys know that just with a show of hand, everybody knows each question is going to get answered, right? Each question is going to get answered. So make sure you write down your questions because your questions are important for you and they're very important for me. So make sure you write your questions down and ask them away. If you are watching this on recording, you're doing this with me right now. So you're going to do step by step. Promise yourself there's going to be a couple of things that we're going to be doing. So make sure you promise yourself, it's not for me, it's for you, that you're going to be following the instructions as we go further and we do what we need to do, right? But if you're watching this on replay, that's okay. Still sit down and do this in one session. It's not one of those sessions where you can say, okay, I'm going to do 15 minutes here while I start cooking. No, it's a sit down session. You want to sit down for this and create a vision for 2025. Yeah? Everyone with me? Okay, Cool. If you guys haven't already, try and see if you can get earplugs. That will be very handy for you. We'll be doing a couple of visualizations, so see if you can get. I can see a lot of people are still joining in. So get earplugs, that's best for you. I can see a lot of faces now that I absolutely love. Sorry, I haven't seen you guys in a while. I am so excited to see you guys right now. I can't tell you. I am so excited. I see Kelsang, I see Farhad, Harsheen, Akansha, Humaira, Gursharan. Some of my lovely people are back in the room. Kruti, I can see. Jaina, love it. And people who are new, so we've got Dimple who's new. Divya is new as well. She's done a couple of other workshops. Baal's new. And then we've got Hathel. Anita who's entering the room is new for our group, but she's attended a couple of workshops. So in and out, we're a good, happy bunch to create a Vision 2025. Question though is everyone in the right energy? Uh, Give me a yes in the chat if that's true. Let's start it. Give me a yes, yes, yes in the chat. If that is true, everyone is up and running and saying, let's create that vision, Vision 2025, which we want to create for ourselves. Yes, yes, yes. I can see the yeses coming in. Fantastic. Give me yes, yes, yes. Love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Now, this workshop is definitely going to be a combination of goal setting and some neuroscience. Who loves that? Who loves that? Just with a show of hand. We want to know what we're doing, why we're doing, where are we going? What do we need to look at? Right? What do we need to look at? See, all of you can sit down and write your goals. Let's be honest. Hands on heart, we are adults. We can write our goals, right? We all do a lot of goal setting for our children each day, every day, for our husbands, in fact, as well. We tell them what to do. This is right, this is wrong, right? We definitely can do goal setting. 110%. I'm with you guys on that. What we want to do though is we want to look at this session very, very differently. Very differently, right? So that's what we want to do with Vision 2025. So I'm going to share my screen. You guys know what to do. If you guys see that screen, just give me a thumbs up because I can see all of you. Perfect. I've got each of these thumbs up. Everyone else, yeah, Jaina's giving me a thumbs up. Kruti is in the house. She knows what to do. Perfect. So everyone can see the screen. Now, like I said, this workshop is going to be a little bit different. And I've come back just from a massive holiday, and I've had such a beautiful downtime thinking about what is that we can do to make sure that we align our goals to who we are. And I want you to write this down. It's very, very important to align our goals with who we are. Like I said, this is not just any goal setting workshop. It's about creating your goals that are deep rooted in your values and your identity. In your values and your identity. Now, why is that important? Why do you want to work and set a vision which is aligning with your values and identity? Now, you guys have all set goals before. Yeah, everyone, just with a show of hand, everyone set goals before. And you know, when we set goals at the start of the year, we are very excited. We're this excited bunch, right? We're like, okay, I am full of energy. I'm going to do this. I can achieve this. It's like a clock ticks, right? It's like one year end and the next year starts, and you're like, I'm going to achieve everything this year. It's a new beginning, isn't it? That's what is going on in your mind. What happens after that? 1 week in, 2 weeks in, 1 month in, what happens? You go back to your old habits and routines. And that happens with the best of us. Because we start to feel that new has become old, right? That new has become old. So a little bit gold nugget that you want to keep in mind for this year is every day is a new day. You want to keep that in your mind, right? And what we do is as we go further, we 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 put a chore. You know how we've got stuff to do every day? We put those goals in a chore box. It becomes a chore, and we want to just, you know, checklist them that I've done. It becomes really, really boring. It becomes very, very boring, and you go back into your old routine. You go back into that old routine. After you go back into that old routine, and that sometimes this cycle can sometimes happen in one day. So you start in the morning and you say, okay, fine, I'm gonna have, and this happens to me all the time. So it's not just you, it's everybody. What happens is if I say I'm gonna lose weight, what happens? First thing in the morning, I'm gonna stick to what I have to do. By evening, something will happen around me that I will be sitting with the pizza box. Since morning, I've done everything I need to do. But suddenly, some odd turns would happen. Has that happened with you guys? You start the days like, you know what? I'm going to go for a walk. You go for a walk. In the morning, you go for a walk. You do that thing, right? But by the evening, it all just dies down, right? Does this sound familiar? Give me a yes in the chat. I want you guys in on this, right? This happens with everybody. I am not alone on this. I can tell you that. I am not alone on this. It happens to the best of us, right? It happens to all of us. Very, very common, right? And this is why I feel traditional goal setting does not work. It does not work. So look at this, right? If you want to lose weight, and that's one of your goals, you know that you need to eat healthy and you have to exercise. Is that correct? Give me a yes in the chat. If you want to save money, you know that you need to cut the unnecessary expense that is coming your way. We know that, right? If we want to earn more than what we do right now, we need to put in a little bit extra. We need to develop our skills. We need to network better. We need to put ourselves in an uncomfortable situation, which we've not done before, right? There is a checklist and you know that checklist. So today is not going to be about that checklist. We all know what we need to do to achieve our goals. Give me a yes. Just with a show of hand. Everybody knows, right? If you are here for like a vision towards your health, you know what to do for health. I refuse to believe that you have a vision without knowing what to do. Yes, you might need some clarity, which we'll work on, but you guys have the checklist and you've made that checklist, and that's not the goal setting we are going to be doing today. Because the question is not, what should I do? The question is rather, am I the kind of person who does this consistently? And I want you to write this down. The question is not, what should I do? The question is, am I the kind of person who will do this consistently? Do I identify with this person who likes to do it consistently? The answer, I can tell you, in most cases is no. Yes, we can get very excited when we set goals, full of energy, these little bunny rabbits we become on the 1st of January and the week after, we're jumping here and there. But do we identify with the kind of person who does this consistently? The answer is no. I can see some of you nodding your heads because the answer is definitely no for that, isn't it? So what do we need to work on, right? If you've decided that you want to eat healthy, but you identify with the kind of person, let's take this as an example, okay? So I want you to write this down. So say, for example, you want to be healthy. Write this down. I want to be healthy. That's my goal, right? But whenever a bag of chips come or some ice cream comes, it is not aligned with your goal, but you'll still do it. Why do you do that? Understand that. There's a flip side to it which nobody looks at. And I want you guys to look at it as we are doing a lot of work today. I want you to look at this side. Say I am saying that I want to lose weight, right? But generally when I'm talking to you guys or you are talking to somebody, you say, I'm a very chill person. I'm an easygoing, flexible person. I go with the flow. How many of you are go with the flow kind of people? Just with a show of hand. Living life, chilling. Do you guys have issues with weight? Give me a yes in the chat. I'm going to open that box up for you guys today. Give me a yes in the chat. You guys will be stunned to hear this. If you are an easygoing, free-flowing person, right, who loves to eat what they love to eat, when something in front of them is there that they absolutely love, do you think are they going to go with the flow because that's their identity and that's who they are? Or are they going to create boundaries? They will go with the flow. Definitely they will go with the flow. So it's not, you can set whatever goal you want, but if you do not identify with the person that creates that goal, your body doesn't identify that person, you will have troubles achieving that goal. Is everyone with me? See how amazing this is. You want to write this down. Your identity will always, your identity will always override your actions/goals in the long run. Your identity will always override your actions. It's very hard truth, but like I said, if you identify being a flexible person and you do not know how to put boundaries out, you're going to have troubles losing weight if you're working towards that. Same is for business. Same is for business. Think about it, right? Think about it. I have had people come up and say to me, I'm just like that. It's okay for me to be 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late. It's just fine. Doesn't matter. If you don't value time as a person, if you don't value money, or you don't understand about money, do you think you can create it in business? No. No matter then how hard you keep working and you tunnel yourself, you will not be able to achieve that. Why? Because your identity will dictate your default behavior. Write this down. Your identity will dictate your default behavior. So we want to work on identity. We want to work on values. We want to work on what is important to you. Because you don't rise to the level of goals. You fall to the level of your identity. That's important for you to know. When put under stress, if there is a party, everyone's drinking, and this year's goal is I'm not drinking this year, because you're an easygoing person. You've never thought about boundaries, right? Now, as you guys start thinking about this, because I know you're already thinking, isn't it? There's one thing probably where you haven't set yourself up and said no in that area. What that area is for you? Pop that in the chat for me. What is that area where you feel, yeah, I get what's going on. What's that area for you right now? Pop that in the chat. where you let loose and you've gone with the flow and you've not received what you had set your intention for. What is that area? Give me one area. It could be health, wealth, relationship, career. A lot of health in the house, business, business, career, health and career both, eating, emotional eating, health, relationship, career, health. Perfect. So we've all got an area where we know last year where we've let it loose and we've gone with the flow, right? We've gone with the flow. Now, as we go further, I want you guys to pay attention, especially when we start to reflect, because we will be reflecting on our last year. As we start to reflect, I want you to pay focus and attention to these two things. Very, very important two things. Number one is value. And I want you to write the definition of what value means. And I'll explain that to you in a moment as well. So value is what is important to you. Value is what is important to you. So what you want to pay focus and attention to as we go further is, okay, yes, I did not pay attention to my business, right? I did not pay attention to my business. But what did I pay attention to? What was important for me instead? Write these questions down now because you want to start reflecting on them as we start to look at our 2024. So, okay, yes, I know that I did not pay attention on my health or I did not pay attention to my relationship, but there was something that you were paying attention to. What was that? Because that is what is important for you. If you do not know that, you can set any goals, but you will fail. I'm going to give you guys an example. Okay? Say today I start, and this is so many of my clients who are coaches, that happens a lot with them, right? So say today you start, you join somebody's workshop, you've done your NLP practitioner, you've done some sort of training in life coaching, and you're like, you know what? You're so motivated while you're in the group, right? And you're like, I want to do this. I want to go and I want to become this person, this persona that you have in your mind, right? Very, very important to you. I'm not saying it's not important. It's very, very important. Although you have a small child at home, 3 or 4 years old, high demands. Now, you guys tell me, do you know of people who have built businesses with child as small as 3 years or 4 years old? Give me a yes or no in the chat. Do you know somebody who's built businesses? We all have somebody around us who's done it. So what is important for them? Right? What is important for them? Their business is more important than the family. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. Let's not do a good or a bad here. We're not judging, right? We're not judging. People have done very well with their children, and people have felt stagnant because of their children. Yeah. So this is one of the examples. Now there's another example. So say you are in a relationship and you want to open up a venture. You are so excited to open up and look at your new career, right? And then in your partner, that your partner is not very supportive. The partner is not very supportive. That's happened. Yeah, that happens with people, right? Now, there are people who would completely put their dreams on one side because of this. And we've seen that happen, isn't it? So in this case, what is more important than your own career, your own self? Relationship. And that's okay, as long as you understand that. It's absolutely okay, as long as you understand that. If you understand that right now, my relationship is more important relationship, for example, it's the starting of my life, you can rephrase it and say that to yourself. Right now, I need time. My child, my business, where you set boundaries. You don't have to do it everything every time at the same time. If you do not know, though, what is important for you and in what order, what will happen? You will start going into massive guilt for not achieving your goals. And is that helpful, my friend? It is not. So when we are reflecting, I will prompt it back again. I want you to start ordering things per importance in value. And these are not values like, you know, respect. You can put those values out there, honesty, respect. Those are separate set of values. What we are looking right now is what is important to you. What do you value? For example, do you value health more? Do you value relationship more? Do you value friendships more? Do you value your role as a daughter or a son more? Is everyone with me? So what do you value? And you want to order that. You want to order that, right? What is important to you in your life? You want to reflect on that. And the second thing that you want to do is you want to look at identity. Who really are you? Where are you operating from? Because misalignment of value and identity is never going to let you achieve a goal. So value is what is important for you. Write down the definition of identity is who you believe you are. Who you believe you are. Like I gave you an example before as we were going further ahead. If I'm a free-flowing, chill person, yes, I will have issues with eating. And I could see everybody who knew they're, chill, free-flowing, flexible, very flexible behavior. I know, and I genuinely have studied this. You guys know how much I study human behavior. I have so many friends. I've literally looked at all of them. People who have hardcore boundaries, they've got very good fitness regime. I am not kidding you on that, right? I'm not kidding you on that. When you believe I am not good with money, and I've seen people say that, I'm not very good with my numbers. Whose statement is that? Does any one of you say that often? Put a yes in the chat if that's you. I'm not very good with numbers. I'm not very good with numbers, right? If I'm not very good with maths, I'm not very good with numbers, I'm not very good at handling money. Give me a yes in the chat if that's you. I'm not very good with handling money. If that is you and you want to achieve a goal towards building that career and achieving that money, you would not be able to do it. If your identity doesn't align with the person who earns money, understands money, loves money, and it's not about spending money. That's not what it is. It's about understanding money. You would not be able to achieve the goals, right? Your behaviors would not change effortlessly. So these are the two things you want to pay focus and attention to. Your values, what is important to you, what relationships are important. If business is important more than the relationship, is my child more important than relationship? Is my child more important than business? Is my work more important than maybe say cleaning the house, for example? What is most important to you is what is your values. So you want to know your values. Now, values, of course, is a massive portion is in Master Practitioner. Those of you who've done it, you know. If you are here and you are NLP practitioner, come towards the Quantum Master Practitioner this year, then congratulations. You're going to be going really deep into your identity and who you are. There is no way running around from that. It completely changes the person you are, right? So Look at these two things. Now, there's something more that you want to look at before you set goals. So, everyone's got values. What is more important to me? I want to know because without that, I would be in guilt. At least be conscious of it. Yeah. Second thing is, what am I operating from? Who do I believe I am? What are the statements that I say about myself? So you want to keep an eye on these two things as we go further ahead. This should be in the back of your mind. Just give me a thumbs up if everyone's with me. Yep. Very, very important two things. Now there's few more things that I want you to pay attention to. And these are called your thinking style and your motivation style. You want to how because not two people are same. No two people are same. So if I am going to sit with you and make a vision board for you here, we can do that. That's no problems. But half of you will not benefit from it, and there is a reason why. I can sit and make a full checklist of goals with you guys, but some of you will benefit from it, half of you will not, because you have to know what is your thinking style. How is that you see success? That is very, very important. So, the first thing that you want to know about yourself, which is very, very crucial, is are you a big picture person or are you a person who likes detail orientation? Now, I'm going to give you guys some examples because me and my team, we have lots of people who think differently. So we have to align ourselves and come to the same level. And I know a lot of you, as we work together in the practitioner as well, that we think differently. So you want to first write down, okay? Now, people who are big picture, if you ask them to write daily goals, they will lose track of it, they will hate it, and they will not do it. I am a very big picture person, by the way. I like to see what can I achieve? What's the purpose of that? What can I build in this world? So I think dreams. I think big. Right? So if you're going to ask me, how will I do it? I don't like you already because you're asking me to come down from my dreams and you're asking me, okay, what are you going to do it? How are you going to achieve it? How much money are you going to earn this year? Give me a 3-month strategy. I am not going to talk to you because I will feel that you're pulling my energy down. That's a big picture person. Everyone gets it? Yeah? So if you are a big picture person, give me BP in the chat if you already know. Otherwise, you're going to be this other one. And this is very interesting because it will help you put your goals in a way that you understand. You don't have to do step-by-step action plan. It's not required for you if you're a big picture person. It's a waste of time, in fact. It's a waste of time. Okay, now then there's this second kind of people who are detail oriented. Now, some people might think that they are big picture people, but they like to be told, or think about it now, or they like to be given step by step instructions to be able to achieve something. They like to think big, but they want instructions. So, if you are that kind of a person and you like detailed oriented thinking, yeah, then give me DO in the chat or give me dot in the chat. Yeah, give me dot in the chat. You want to know, okay, what am I doing next? Right? Even before we enroll practitioners into our training, right? As they ask me questions, I know what kind of thinking do they have. I have had so many practitioners, they sign up, they don't know what we're doing, they don't know the calendar schedule, right? Just one day before the training, we'll get a message, okay, when is the training? Tomorrow, what's the Zoom link? And they show up. They have like no expectation. They have this big picture and they know this is going to happen. Something is going on, right? And they love it. That's big picture. And then we have some detail oriented practitioners that come in the room as well who want to know, okay, where's that video? How can I log in? Right, even before we even start giving the instructions. They want to know every step in detail. And both sets are welcome because it's just the way people think. So, how is that you think? Write that down. Because if you are a big picture person, please don't make a checklist. It's not going to help you. Ask yourself, what is the purpose of me doing what I'm doing? What is the purpose of me doing what I'm doing? What is the purpose of me doing what I'm doing? And you will get your answers. You'll get motivated just with this question. Just with this question, you'll get motivated. What is the purpose? I want to create the biggest community of coaches and healers by the end of 2026. That's my vision. I'll get to the how. Doesn't matter. So your energy will be drained if you're a big picture person trying to get to nitty-gritty details. So don't do that with you. Of course, you'll have to sit down and step it out because if you don't do that, again, you'll stay in the dreams and you'll not put your foot forward to take any action. But while you're setting your goals, while you're setting intention, you don't want to write a checklist. Everyone with me? Because there are lots of people who are big picture. Now let's go to the detailed oriented people. They want to know exact step by step. So you want to write this checklist down. And in fact, you want to write the checklist so detailed and clear that you have a vision, that you go back and have a big picture. You want to make it so clear. So the question that people who are detail oriented want to ask themselves is, what specifically do I want to achieve? What specifically do I want to achieve? Now, these are two different questions for different thought process. What specifically do I want to achieve? Because they get really entangled in detail. So they want to ask themselves, okay, what do I want to achieve with this? So it's very important to ask these two questions. Okay. Now let's get to the next thinking style. You want to look back in the year as we go through, and you want to ask yourself, are you a kind of person who is self-motivated, or you are a group oriented motivation person? Now, what does that mean? Do you take more charge towards your action, towards your goals when you are alone or when you join a group? As simple as that. Maybe if you haven't joined one before, maybe year before that, think about it. Do you like to do things with your group of friends, or are you a kind of person who can go and watch a movie alone? Now, I am definitely a group oriented person. I feed off from your energy. You guys know that. Anshika's, I think, told you 1,000 times. If you are going to be up and high, Ankit is going to be up and high 1,000% because I love my people. I love my group. I say, let's go and achieve this together. This is who I am, right? But there are people who are self motivated. Now, there's also something that you want to look at. They're also something that you want to look at. Say, for example, you want, and this helped me a lot. Knowing this one thing helped me so much. So in 2019, when I was looking at losing weight, that's how my journey started. 2019, I said, okay, I'm going to lose weight, right? I started to do whatever, there's a whole checklist of things, eat good food, exercise, da 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 da. And I started to do that, but I could feel that I was becoming very demotivated after a while. It was not up till until I actually joined a yoga group that I started to work on my health and fitness. From there, I came to know, of course, I studied patterns. Then I came to know, okay, this is what I like. I am not like one of my friends, and I think everybody knows Tina. She is self-motivated. She will exercise, doesn't matter. She's at home, she was in India with me, she would still exercise, right? She doesn't need energy of people to keep her moving. And that could be you as well. So, congratulations if you're that kind of person. But I am not. And looking at the group, a lot of us are group oriented people, isn't it? We love our group. We feed off each other's energy, right? There could be some people who love it alone. Yes, right? There could be some people who love it alone. Now, when people have been alone, they still, okay, now there's something that I want to tell you guys, right? When you're working with self, is it a particular area that you're focusing on? You could be self or group oriented for different aspects and areas of your life. So you want to pay focus and attention to it. It's not like a good thing or a bad thing. So when I am looking at building business, I might want to sit together, but I want to sit with the group when I'm creating a big picture. So you want to think about it. You want to think about it. So in which areas of your life do you do self? Which areas of your life do you do group? And that's your motivation style. Everyone with me? That's how you get motivated. Now, if you're more of a person who is group oriented, you definitely should be joining groups for whatever goals that you want to achieve, be it health, be it career, right? You definitely want to have people around you. It doesn't have to be groups outside, but you want to have friendships around you that keeps you motivated, right? That keeps you motivated. In fact, you would see if you're a group motivated person that at one point in time, a lot of your friend circle will become similar, right? So you want to check all of these details as we reflect. The last thing that you want to look at is for validation. Are you a person who's internal or external validation require person? So what does that mean? This means when you have completed a task, write the definition of this because when you go back to your notes, this one is not as easy as the other ones. What this means is when you have completed a task, do you feel satisfied if you like it and you say, oh, gosh, I've done well, and you are happy? Or do you want somebody to tell you that you've done a good job? Right? Do you want somebody to tell you that you've done a good job? Right? I require sometimes a lot of external validation. Like I love people. And it's not about feeling hollow because I don't feel happy with what I do. No, this is not what it is. It's not the validation joke of I don't need validation from people. No, that's not what we're talking about. Right? This is not that kind. What we're looking at is what motivates us. Do we like people to tell us, you look really good today? And when someone says, oh, you look really good, you're like, you know what? I'm looking really good today. And that validates your thought. That's what it means. Or are you the kind of person who's like, you know what? When I enter that room, everyone is going to go, wow. That's internal validation. Does that make sense? Right? When someone says it to you, you're like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm actually looking beautiful. So you need external validation to pep yourself up, to make you feel happy within. And there's nothing wrong with it. Anyone who says to you, oh my gosh, you shouldn't need validation, da da da. No, we all need validation to some extent. This is not a 0 to 100 scale. Everybody has internal and external. Everybody has self and group. Everybody has big picture and detail orientation. It's not one or the other. It's about the degree to which you use it. It's not like you're a detail-orientated person. You're never going to think a big picture. No, you can, but your big picture is going to probably be a day big, or 3 days big, or a week big. My big picture, if I'm a big picture person, can be 5. There'll be people who'll be thinking 10 years ahead and creating goals. So everybody has both aspects available to them. What you want to do is open yourself up to both and use it wisely. For people who've done master practitioner, know how much we go into this. This is Meta Programs 101. Yeah? There's so much more. But you want to remember these 3 things. Now, this particular one, internal and external, has nothing to do with self-assurance. It's just about how you get motivated. That's what I'm explaining. It has nothing to do about your self-worth. No, we're not discussing that today. That's not what is important right now. What is important is how do we get motivated to achieve those goals? Everyone with me? Yeah? Perfect. All right. So you want to pay focus and attention to what? Your values. What did you pay most importance to last year? What was your identity? You want to know that. And then you want to pay focus and attention to these 3 thinking styles and motivation styles. Yeah. Are you a big picture thinker, small picture thinker, self-motivated, group motivated, internal and external? You're going to pay attention to both these categories as we reflect on 2024. We're going to do that just now. And as we create 2025. So we're going to do both today. All right. We're going to do both today. So now let's start and look at reflection of 2024, because that is very, very important. Right? Our learnings become our wisdom from last year. Our learnings are going to become our wisdom from last year. So as we go on to reflection of 2024, I will take you through a journey first. I want all cameras up. If you guys are here, put your cameras up. This part is so important. This part is so important. So put your cameras up and let's go on a journey together where we reflect on 2024. So lay back, wherever you are, just sit back and close your eyes. Settle yourself in, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And release. Just exhale slowly. Taking another deep breath in. And exhale. Taking one more deep breath in. And exhale. Release. Just acknowledge any sounds that are coming from around you. Just acknowledge it. Breathe and let it go. Release. Acknowledge any sounds coming from inside of you now. Acknowledge. Breathe and let it go. Now take your thought all the way to 31st December 2024. Imagine yourself standing at the end of 2024. You're looking back at the year And now you know it's time to reflect. Just flipping through your journey, starting all the way from January, reflecting on any intentions that you had at the beginning of the year. Anything new that you started, that you took upon? How did you feel as you embarked that journey? Moving into February, the events that unfolded, any birthdays, anniversaries, any celebrations that you had. Or perhaps breathing into any moments of uncertainty that you had. Any lessons, that you want to carry forward from this time. As you moved ahead to March, April, the events that were unfolding for you, feeling the warmth of any progress that you have made, confidence from that, and resilience from anything that did not work the way you intended it to be. Moving to the months of May and August, May, June, July, August. Any moments of clarity that came as you were going through the journey of 2024. Any dreams that started to take shape by this time. September, October, November, December. What changes did you start to make in your life? How has your mindset shifted throughout this year? All your achievements, all your glory, all that is you. How has your relationships changed? How has some new opportunities unfolded? Now rise above, step back and look at the entire year as a whole. Notice the lessons that you have learned, the hurdles that you've overcome, the triumphs that you've celebrated. feeling the growth you have experienced, the people that have come to your life, who've supported you. If there were people around you that did not support you, what did you learn from that experience? What did you learn about yourself? How did you grow emotionally and spiritually? Look at all of that and take a mental note now. And with your hands folded in a prayer position, when you're ready, take a moment to express deep gratitude for what 2024 has given you. Whether it's challenging times or rewarding times, every experience that was meant for you has brought you closer to who you are today, and you are grateful for that. Bring in your mind everything that you need to pay gratitude to. People that were with you, people that hurt you, experiences that shaped you, experiences that helped you. Everything. Let that gratitude soak in. Now, as we bring this reflection to a close, carry forward the wisdom gained from the past year into the next chapter, trusting your journey and embracing your growth. Slowly rubbing your hands in the prayer position. Placing your hands on your eyes. Slowly opening your eyes with a smile. And as we reflect on 2024, I want you to answer these questions now. The first question I want you to answer is, what were your learnings and what would you like to bring forward from 2024? And write as many as you can, but minimum of 5. Minimum of 5. And I want you to do it right now with me. This is important. Minimum 5. If there's more coming in, make sure you keep space for it. But we want to pay focus and attention to what we learned. Perhaps it was resilience, it was making boundaries, it was discovering yourself. What was it? Using it as our guide. Okay, this is what I have right now, right? I'm not starting 2025 alone. I have my resilience, I have my confidence, I know what to do. I've learned so much. You're seeing where we're going with this? I'm not starting 2025 without nothing. I'm not empty. I have this from the last year. The next question that you want to answer is, when you were looking at your year, what was the theme of the year? Was it high in any particular area of your life? Remember, we said we want to look at what did we value most? What was most important to us? So, what truly mattered and in what order? So, just write down as you were going through your year, yeah, business is really important, for example. Career, office work was really important. My parents were really important. And then order it. Take time to order it. This is a very important question. Success is all about liking yourself, the person that you are. So if you value relationship more than business, set goals accordingly. Be kind to yourself. Give me 3 areas that mattered to you in the chat last year. 3 areas. It could be your role as a parent, it could be your career, it could be your health, it could be your relationship with your partner, a particular area that mattered the most and in what order. So, which one was most important? Most important. Now, how do you know which one is most important? Have you given up your career because you had a small child? So, which one was most important? The child was important. Yeah, right? So, write down what was important and in what order. To business, money, and then relationships. Relationships, health, and then career. Good, great awareness. We want to know this. Family, beautiful. You want to start putting it down. My role as a daughter, my learning journey, my relationship with self. Excellent. So as you go through your life, see which areas were important. How important is this? It will start making you feel aligned and less guilty of not being able to do certain things that you had put forward to you. My work as parent, work, career, business, then my own knowledge and my own self-care. Now, I love this awareness, but just using this as an example, it's not particularly for the person who's written it, but just putting it there as an example. So when you know that self-care, or for example, health is last or was last year, you have to tell yourself that it's okay. It was because family was important. There were certain things that were important last year, and that's okay. Otherwise, you'll go into this whole rut of, my gosh, I haven't achieved this from last year. But that's not what it is. You've achieved so much. You want to know what were your distractions? Absolutely. And more than distractions, I want you to understand this is what you value more. Now, values are where you operate from. So, no matter how much goals you set, if you know family comes first, at least you know family comes first, decision making becomes easier for you. And changing values for people who've done master practitioner, they know how big of an epiphany it is. It changes everything about you. So we change values, we can change. You know how we can change limiting beliefs in timeline therapy? For those of you who are practitioners, easy task for us to do. But in master practitioners, we change values. That means you can start to operate completely on a different zone. You want to do that carefully, right? You want to see what you value most. And if you value your family, 110%, you want to keep that. You don't want to give it away, but you want to set goals around it. You want to set goals around it. Okay, what can I do with my health which involves my family? That's how you start thinking then. Does that make sense? You just don't say, I am going to go to the gym. No, that will not work for you then. What can I do that involves my family, right? So, what truly mattered and in what order? I assume everyone's written that. And you can continue to write these maybe 4 or 5 or 10 of different things that matter and actually hierarchy them. That's how we look at our value systems, right? You want to know where did you spend the most time, money, and energy in? Which area was the most important for you? Practical aspect. So I realized last year I spent, even though I spent a lot of time studying, reflecting, working, but I spent most of my time, money, and energy in holidays, in freedom, in working from anywhere. So I realized how much I love that because I hadn't done that since ever. I'd never done that. But throughout these holidays, I was working from everywhere. So I realized, okay, one of the things that I value is freedom as well, which I was not aware of. But because I looked at my pattern, I realized, okay, this is where I spent my most time, money, and energy in. Now, this could be self-reflection for you. This could be holidays for you. This could be self-care for you. That, this last year, I really took care of my health. I went to the salon, got my hair cut, etc., etc., da, da, da. So look at your pattern. You know how that one year we think, this year I'm going to take care of myself. And you start, working on getting your nails done, you get your hair spa done, you get a massage done. That's a possibility to see the pattern. Where did you spend most time, money, and energy? And the last question, which is the most important question, you want to answer this right now because you've done this exercise. What was your identity in 2024? Were you a learner in 2024? Were you a coach, a leader in 2024? Were you a caregiver to your children in 2024? Whom did you most resonate with? Something that was shaping your actions and influencing your outcomes. You could be identifying yourself as a very responsible person and earning for everybody in the family, for example. So you have associated, oh my gosh, I am responsible for my family, and that's your identity, and that's okay. Whatever comes, write down. What was your identity? Now, this identity will not always be the best identity, and I don't intend it to be. Some of you might be getting some negative notations to it, which we intend. We intend. You will see now when I ask what was your identity in 2024, you will see some fears that will be underlining coming through. Yeah, so some of the failures, what were they? What were the failures? What were the fears that were moving these failures? What were the limitations, the beliefs that you were operating from last year? Okay, now you know what truly mattered was, say, for example, my children. I spent the most time and money in taking care of my house, for example. What was my identity? I was just a mom the last year, for example. I was focusing more on being a mother, and that is what was important to me. Now, what were the limitations that I felt? Being a mother, I always felt like I couldn't do more than what I intended to do. I felt limited, that I could not focus on my business. This is the time to write down all the doubts, the gaps that you had, because they will help us redefine your identity in 2025. So, this question I want you to spend time on now. As you've already seen your last year, when we did that meditation, reflect on this question. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes just for this question. Write down every doubt that comes. Whatever labels, you know how we give ourselves labels? Oh, I was procrastinating the whole year about XYZ. So, what is the identity that you gave yourself as? Identity of a procrastinator. Do you want to carry that identity in 2025 and create goals from that? Oh, hell no. But if you have an identity, you know what? I was really resilient. I took failure as feedback and I kept moving forward. Do you want to take that identity in 2024? Hell yeah. And you don't have to have one identity. We do so many different roles. We can have multiple identities. But what's the big picture identity of 2022? What was it the year of? Write this down. What was 2024 the year of for you? Year of being mom, year of being career woman. What was the overarching identity? You can write down all that comes to your mind and then create an overarching identity. Spend some time on this while I grab some water. Spend some time on this one. Now, give me that one overarching word that is coming up for you. What was your identity in 2024? Write that down because you want to know what was your identity. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. That was who you are, and that's what you think in the head you are. learner. I was a very resilient person. There was so much that came in, but I could look at it. I was expressive. Sometimes I felt lost, and that's okay. You don't want to carry that. But you want to carry, if you want to carry, being a learner, if you'd like to carry that, or this is the time now we can choose a different identity. Now, who's excited for that? Give me a yes in the chat. If now this is the time we can choose a different identity. So give me that one. Of course, it changed after September when you learned about NLP. NLP is so powerful. Yes, absolutely. Great. Love that. Love that. Beautiful. So I went inward. That was my personality. Do you want to keep it? Yes, no. So look at what you've written on in there and put a mark of, do you want to take it forward? Give it a yes. If not, give it a no. Some achievements and some new learnings. Beautiful. Beautiful. Few things that you want to take forward, we'll take forward now as we work on creating 2025. Because that's what we want to do. We want to create our 2025. If you hadn't done any sort of goal setting or you were not working on your goals purposefully, consciously, you know that the year passes by very quickly, and all we say at the end of the year is what? Oh my gosh, this year also passed so quickly. But I can tell you what? I can tell you hands on heart. For people who work in the year, for people who work in the year, every month is defined. Like for me, 2026 is already planned. It's done. The calendar's all set. We know which day, what trainings are we doing. It's all set in my head. 2026 is finished. In fact, I think one of the team members was saying I was asking them to write down the dates of what we're doing as we start Vision. So January next year, 2026, we'll do Vision again because I love this workshop. So they were like, you're already in 2026? Yes, because in my head, I've done my vision for 2025. I know what I'm doing. So you want to create your 2025. It's a very powerful year. Now, one of the things about 2025 is it's a year of nine, right? And what that means is nine is the last, and then zero comes back again, right? So zero, one, two, three. So nine is the last number in the series. Now, what does that mean? This is a year of completion. Year of completion. So my assumption is there'll be a lot of goals from the last year that you'd not paid focus and attention to. And this is a very common theme. So people who are focusing on health, this year also most of them will focus on health. People who are focusing on, oh my gosh, I haven't done my business, you want to focus on business. So take those aspects of something that has been left behind and look at completion this year, right? And as we work through this, again, we are going to do a visualization exercise that will help you answer the questions. So I want you to sit back and take a deep breath in. And again, I want you all to put your cameras up if it's not on and take a deep breath out. Taking a deep breath in and out, breathe. Taking another deep breath in and release. Now just bring your focus and attention to 31st December 2025. You are standing on of a vibrant, peaceful, and accomplished year. You can see this year has been laid out in front of you just the way you wanted. It's been a journey that has been filled with growth, success, health, relationship, success in career, success in business, success in personal transformation. You know, whatever you had set out, you've achieved that. You can see people around you, people that love you, the colleagues, the team members that you truly admire. Your friends on the 31st are celebrating your success with you. They are with you. You are feeling a sense of pride inside. You are saying, I'm so proud of myself in this year. Oh my gosh. I've done really well this year. I've done very well this year. And you're looking back and seeing all that you've achieved. The laughter, the meaningful moments. You feel that sense of pride within yourself. Now, as you reflect on this future moment, you look back to where you started. 31st December 2024. All the way sitting down, the goals that you made on the 9th of January 2025. You seeing yourself set powerful intention for 2025. You envision the dream, the aspiration, the visions you had then. The clarity, the action steps that you are taking throughout this year to make it a complete success. Feeling the gratitude, the confidence that you have inside of this achievement. Now, as you're reflecting on 31st, how far you've come and how your actions have been completely aligned to what you value most and the new identity that you had created. You know you've stepped into your highest potential. You've embraced every opportunity that has come your way. You know you worked hard, left no stone unturned. Any opportunity that came for learning, that came for healing, that came for transformation, you took it. You know how powerful and empowered and successful and fully aligned are you with your purpose on this day. Building that meaningful relationship that once seemed distant, but you've made it. Now, as you look back, this year 2025, you know what a year of strength this is. So, just with your hands folded in prayer position, you're looking back and smiling at the year 2025 with gratitude and with all the accomplishment, success, beauty that it has given you, the freedom that it has given you. Thanking 2025. Taking that deep breath in and exhaling out. Soaking in gratitude with each breath, thanking 2025, the year to thrive. Making it your year truly. Looking at all your achievements this year. Slowly bringing your awareness back. And as we go ahead and open our eyes, carrying this vision of success, carrying this vision of empowerment, of who you truly are, your own power in 2025, I want you to answer these questions. What are you choosing to focus on in 2025? Now, when you looked in, there would be certain themes that would have come. So pick and choose now. What were you choosing to focus on? What were you choosing to focus on? There will be one or two or three areas maximum that you focused on. Them down. And put in the chat one that you get most excited with. You're like, oh my gosh, what I saw, this one was cool. Put that one area in the chat that you looked at and you got most excited with. Relationship, family, love it. Health, excellent. Business, your dreams, business, home, business, love it. Health and business. So put that area up. What were you choosing to focus on this year? So we want to work with our mind to bring the focus and attention to that area. The second question that you want to answer is, what did you believe about yourself this year to be able to create success in the area that you just mentioned? So what did you have to believe in? How different were you from last year? What did you believe about yourself? Your beliefs are going to shape this year. I am confident, right? So I am confident in this year. Absolutely. Write that down. I'm confident. Your I am statements, write them in this question. I am very confident. I'm a very resilient person. I got this. I am lovable. People around me adore me. I can do it. 110%. I can do it. Put that down. I am capable. Very, very important. I'm capable of doing it, and that's why I'm choosing to focus on this. I am confident, and that's why I'm choosing to focus on this. Now, next question. Very, very important. I am going to say no to. I'm going to say no to late night binge. I'm going to say no to anything that does not serve the purpose of creation of my business. I cannot explain to you, those of you who know, they know, creating success in my business last year meant that I say no to a lot of social gatherings. You know, we have trainings on the weekends. And you guys, some of you guys were in that trainings. That means you had said no for a lot of things. I'm saying no and calling out BS on myself when I say I can't do it. I'm saying no to any excuses, procrastination, or inaction. If it is not aligned to what I'm doing, I'm not doing it anyway. So what are you saying no to with what you want to achieve? Write that down. And now when you looked back on the year 2025 that it was, what were your daily non-negotiables? Just see for a moment, picture your day be to be able to achieve that kind of success with the one you're focusing on. What are your daily non-negotiables? Give me three non-negotiables every single day. This is what I'm going to do, period. Perfect. I love this. I'm going to do gratitude every single day. I'm going to have a positive mindset and I'm going to plan for my future, period. Boom. What are my daily non-negotiable? I'm going to keep a smile no matter what. I'm going to be in high energy. I'm going to choose that. That is what is going to be my frequency. That's a non-negotiable. Period. What are the three non-negotiable? Put that in the chat for me because I want to see your non-negotiables. Make choices, then take action. Beautiful. I'm not going to just take action. I'm going to first make a choice and I'm going to then take an action. I'm going to have gratitude, do my works, and not be a people pleaser. I'm not going to be a people pleaser. I'm going to choose my physical, mental health, and I'm going to meditate every single day. That's my non-negotiable. So what does this mean? Anything that does not aligns with choosing your physical health, you're going to say no to. My non-negotiable is that my key to my emotions is going to stay with me. I'm going to choose how I am going to react. My non-negotiable is fitness is first. I'm going to time block and I will work on a rostered schedule. My non-negotiable is I'm going to do my daily spiritual practice, stay calm, although in high energy. I love this. So you don't have to be jumping up and down. You can be still calm and be in high energy. That's a possibility. Or if you are not that person, music can help you. Use music to vibe up your energy. Check on what kind of music you're listening to. Take actions on plans. Non-negotiable. Beautiful. Whatever I put out there, I'm going to do it. We had a mantra in 2023, action without motivation. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I am motivated or not. I'm going to do that action, plan and execute each day. Gratitude and high energy. Daily walks, gratitude, consistency. Now, looking at all of these non-negotiables, meditation, maintaining my state, building my business, doing that one thing. You know what, when I was starting my business, and even now, till date, this one question I ask myself, what have I done for my business today that will get me money? Period. What have I done today that will keep it moving? Now, people who know me, they know I'm not like 100% full time on social media, but I will do activities that will keep my business aligned with what I want to achieve. And social media is a part of it. Like it, not like it, doesn't matter. I'm not a lover, but it doesn't matter. I have to do what is aligned with my vision, isn't it? So I do a post almost every single day. I write my own posts. Sometimes my team would write a post, but we post almost every single day, irrespective. We are posting every single day. You would see something or the other in my stories. You would know where am I going, what am I doing, because that's my way of communicating with you. That's my way of connection, and that is important for me. I love when people were sending me messages of loving, the wedding pictures and seeing how we were traveling. I loved it because I value connection and I know that. So how do I stay connected with my community? Through these pictures. Like it or not like it, part of my goal, part of the identity that I have. So, who do you identify as in 2025? Now, what's this new identity? Now, I want you to pay focus and attention on this one. What is your identity in 2025? Very, very important. Take a moment, connect with your vision. What was your identity? Identity of a coach, identity of a mother, identity of a wife. That is what I want to work on. And in this also, you can hierarchy it. It's okay to hierarchy it. I identify as an extremely resilient person who will kill it and create the biggest community of coaches and healers by end of 2026. I know last year I have done everything that I needed to do and literally go through that list and get that 2023, what happened, the Facebook hack, back of my head. I worked very hard. No one can say with looking at the business back again that we had such a massive hack in 2023. We lost everything. We created it back again. Big deal. So I love that we have created in 2024. I love the feedback that we have received. I'm going to keep that. I'm more confident now. And I will build a community of coaches and healers, the biggest one. We're already en route to that. We've got our plan set. So, what do I identify as? As the most sought after NLP trainer. I love it. I love my identity of NLP trainer. I even changed when I was doing this exercise because I did this exercise last year. Everyone saw that I changed my personal Instagram account to NLP trainer Ankita because that's what I want to be identified as. So, what is your identity? Spend some time on this and give me that one word that really comes up in your head. A relationship coach, an NLP master practitioner, identity of a successful NLP coach. Absolutely. Fantastic. Oh my gosh, I love this. My new identity is that I am a consistent action taker. Bring it on. My identity is I am a student coach. My identity is entrepreneur. My identity is I look at my checklist every single day when I get up in the morning and I do what needs to be done. Action without motivation. That's my identity. What is your identity? Write that down. Take a moment, write this down. This is important because you want to put it up there, right up there. Oh my gosh, I love that. My identity is that of a superhuman. I know my patterns and I know how to rise above the environment. That's a superhuman. Remember that from the practitioner. Very, very important. My identity is that of a superhuman. I know my patterns and I know how to rise up above the environment. Excellent. Pop your identity in the chat. If you put it in, it helps everybody. So pop your identity in the chat. We want to read it together. Take some time to think about it. This one's good. It's important. It doesn't have to be always business related. I'm a student coach. I help people. Pop your identities in the chat. Make sure you write it down. I can see some of you are typing now. Perfect. My identity is that of an entrepreneur. Now, when you say these identity, now say this out loud. I am a superhuman. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a successful, happy businesswoman and a very proud mother. I love that. Now make sure your state's always up. Remember, back straight when you're saying it, your body will feel the strain, but you will have to take it in confidence again and again. Chest out when you're saying these statements. This is what I identify as, and back straight. I identify as a person who is formidable and make InSync a massive support provider by 2027. I am a leader in my industry, period. I'm a massive action taker in all areas of my life. I see myself as a scientific spiritual coach. This is who I am. What's my new identity? I want you to write it down and put it up there wherever you sit next to your work boards, or put it down in your bios if you're a social person. Announce it to the world. Announce it to the world. I've literally written a new bio for it. You will see it maybe tomorrow, Max, come through based on the vision work that I've done this year. Put it out there. Put it out there. Now, with this new identity that you have now, I want you to do this. Now, I want you to create a goal. Now we're talking about the checklist. If my 2025 identity, for example, is a confident, successful coach, whatever you guys have written, right? What specific actions will make that true? And I want you to give me three. Put three minimum in your sheets. You can put 10 if you want, but I want minimum of three actions. And I want you to write this statement down. If my 2025 identity is I am a successful NLP coach, what specific actions will make that happen for me? Now we're talking action. First, we were talking identity, and now we're talking action. What behaviors do I need to adopt? What actions do I need to take? What do I need to believe in? Write that down. Everything that comes to your mind. Don't restrict it to three. Write down. Take it as a time to dump everything that comes to you. Okay, if my identity is I am confident, I am successful NLP coach, what specific actions will I have to take to make that true? Do I need to take more workshops? Do I need to build my client base? Do I need to learn sales? Do I need to master myself and learn more about NLP and become a master practitioner? Do I need to master my communication skills? Do I need to master public speaking? Because you all know what to do, but look at it from this new identity that you have created. This is where the game changes. That's how we get to the goals. what specific actions do you need to take? Now, we're talking about specific actions. So something like making myself a priority, again, it's very abstract, it's big. We want specific actions now. Now, see how big picture people are thinking consistency, right? People who are small, detail oriented, they're writing step by step, right? So consistency is fine, absolutely okay. Priority is fine, absolutely okay. But have a picture in your mind. What does it mean? If you have that and you're a big picture thinker, now I want you to start thinking like that. Okay, if I am saying I want to make myself a priority, right? Do I have a picture? Do I have a picture? If I'm saying I'm going to be consistent, do I have a picture of consistency in my mind? How do I do consistency? So make more beautiful, to make more meaningful interactions and connections, give more quality thinking patterns into self and others, more reading, more learning, attend workshops and training, master networking, finding participant leads, marketing and training, more interactions. Beautiful. So I need these specific actions. Now we want this particular question is like a dump of everything that you can possibly do. So write everything down. You all know what actions you need to take. You've seen your 2022 happen successfully. You've taken those actions. Put them down. Now we get more specific. I want you to write down Vision 2025 action steps. I want you to write 3 small actions that you will take this week, the week that is coming, to live to my values and move closer to my 2025 identity. Anything that you have been pending, this is your week to finish it. Like I said, it's a year 9 year. Finish what you have started first. If you know you've started something, you were thinking about something, close that chapter first. 3 action steps that you know easy peasy you can take towards your values and getting closer to your 2025 identity. If it means putting a post out, put a post out today. If it means, I saw somebody saying, put a post out on social media every day, great, attend networking events, start daily walk-in meditation. 3 small steps that you will do which are aligned to your values, which are more closer to your 2025 identity. Meal plan, plan for workout, make choices, consistent action, commitment. Choose 3 specific. Now we're talking about specific action steps. Something that you can do this week and say to me, Ankita, yes, this is done. If you know you've been thinking about something, clear it this week. 3 small action steps that you want to be doing this week to move closer. That's something that you can take in from here and you can say, you know what? I am doing this week. Now, if you are in our NLP community, Those of you who are, you know, I have a small gift for you. But you know you're not going to get gifts like that, isn't it? Until unless there's some excitement, give me a heart. Give me a heart. I'm going to announce something really big because what I want to do is, listen, I am very good with my goals. Those of you who've been following my journey past 5 years, 6 years, I've always worked on things in a January. I, in fact, create my goals way before January. November, December, I know what I'm doing this year. And I put my head in and I achieve it. But does it give me immense joy after 5 years of doing it if I can't help you with it? No. So I want to help you. So what we've decided to do is, apart from our regular Q&A that we have, every first Monday of a month, it's your goals we're going to be discussing. You're going to come with this book that you have right now, because what is more important than setting goals? Write down. This is important. What is most important than setting goals is tracking your goals and achieving them. The first session for this one is going to be 3rd of February. That means when you come 3rd of February, you should have done this. Time will be announced in the NLP practitioner group. Most likely it'll be our regular time, 12:30. Right now, I think it's 1:30 because of the time, but I'll put the timing in. 3rd February is going to be your first session going in. But people who are not in the NLP community, a lot of you are not in the NLP community. Now, I want to gift you something. I want to gift a call to you with me so you can be a part of the community. We are one happy, cute little community that we have here. We absolutely love each other. We thrive with each other. We learn so much from each other. So if you're not a part of the community, become one. Now, Shashi has put a link in the chat. Take that link. Now, this link can be used for two things. Okay. If you are not a part of our community and you want to be part of our community, then use this link to book yourself in for our next practitioner certification. We start that very, very soon. That's the first thing that you will use this link for. The second thing that you will use this link for is entering Quantum Master Practitioner. So everyone who's a practitioner has a chance to upgrade now up till until my birthday, which is not very far, for the price of last year. Otherwise, the prices again will go high this year. And as you know, because we've shifted base, the prices are now all in Indian rupees. Right? So you can take that opportunity right now and save yourself a couple of $1,000. Right? So book your call to get into quantum now, because I will not be taking any admissions after the 20th because we have an open house. I'll announce that, I think on the 19th or the 23rd. I'm not sure, but I'll send you guys the calendar for that. And once we start it, I will not take any enrollments because applications for masters, for people who've done masters, they know once we start in, it's not a hop in, hop out situation. It's very hardcore. It's upgrading literally every cell of your body. So do that now if that's what you'd want to do. So that's why you use this particular link. But for the NLP community, you guys will get a message before the 3rd of February, but block that day and we will review your goals. Anshika has kept a really nice little name for it as well. She's not here, but she wants to call it $1,000,000 Mondays as well. But we're looking at what name do we want to give this new happy day, where we look at your goals, because that's what's important. We want to track down these goals. I've achieved everything I wanted last year and the year before, and 2022 as well. 2021 and 2020 is literally the year I started to learn how to do this. So work with your identity, work with your values. That is very, very important. How do you think? Do you really need a checklist, like an everyday single sit down checklist? Or can you do a weekly check in with yourself? Okay, what was the purpose of this week? Now, everybody knows the 4 life mastery questions if you are in my group. But if you're not, just write down these 4 life mastery questions. You would want to use them. If you're doing a daily reflection, you want to use these questions. And even if you are part of a community, it is a good reminder that you start these this year. Great journal prompt questions. So question number 1, what went well today? What went really well today? What was in my favor? Number 2, what did not go so well? What did not go so well? Number 3, what were my learnings from that? What were my learnings from that? Number 4, what will I do to make tomorrow better? What will I do to make tomorrow better? Now, if you are a kind of person who likes to think oriented, specific, you can use these questions for your goals itself. Every single day, look at your goals. Now, why do you want to look at your goals every day? The 3 action steps you've written. So I've not asked you to write down these goals at the start of the workshop. We worked on your identity. Everyone saw that, right? So it's very, very important to look at these 3 action steps every day. Why? Because what we focus on, we achieve. We want to work with our RAS, reticular activating system. We want to fire it. We want to create association. This is something that is important for me. I look at it every day. This is something that is important for me. I look at it every day. Period. Period. Make that association with your mind. Make that association with your mind. Now, some of you are already coming to quantum practitioner. I've got Humaira coming in. I've got Neerja Ji coming in. Jane has left, but she's coming in. I've got a couple of others joining in as well, right? I've got a couple of others joining in as well. So I want you to start booking your calls now because I will not take any admissions post my birthday. We're going to do open house before that, but everybody is welcome to join in from the practitioner community. And I'd welcome you just for you guys to see behind the scenes what's going on, what happens, big picture. We will have a couple of our people who've done master practitioner before also share their experience, open to community. Everyone's welcome. But post that, will not take any admissions because once we start, it's very hard to take admissions in between. Yeah. So book your calls for that with me. And I'm only opening it up for this week. But if you guys love this, right? If you guys love this, give me a love in the chat. Who is ready to smash 2025? Who's got some clarity looking at their vision? Now, give me a love in the chat if that's happening with you. Now, this is not one of those pieces that you can just leave it today. You want to continue to work on this. Spend a couple of hours with these questions more and sit through it. Do that for yourself, especially the questions of identity. And especially another question, the other very, very important question, what did you need to believe in this year to make it happen? What did I need to believe in to make it happen? Now, I have a workbook of these questions, which is easily fillable by you guys. You can fill it, but that's a gift. I'm not just giving it to everyone, but everyone who is going to tag me on their socials, I'm going to send them 2 Send it right away, straight up. It's ready for you, but I'm not going to give it just like that. So take a picture. Everyone's got a phone. Everybody's got a phone, right? Take a picture with me. You can turn around however you want to do it. Tag me on your socials. Harsheen's already done it. I've got the tag. You will receive your workbook in the inbox. Do that. Shashi, take a picture. We'll put it out there also in the groups that you guys are in. I'm not going to move because you guys are taking pictures. So let's all of it sit quietly while everyone's taking picture, and then I'll give you the instructions. Love it. Perfect. All right. So I'll see the tags. Tag me in. Say, what did you love about today? What's your new identity? What are you entering 2025 with? Let the world know your big goals. That 2025, I'm going to be, this is what I'm going to be. I'm going to put it out there. I'm aspiring to create the big community of coaches and healers in India, period. This is what I'm doing. What is that you are doing? Put it out there. Let the world know. Tag me, tag other work with. Let the world know. And I will see you guys very, very shortly because, of course, we're meeting. Now we've begun when we aren't stopping now, isn't it? We're not stopping now.